first.
Well, thank you again, Bob. Thanks to Hofstra, and it's great to be with you again. I think we've had a very healthy discussion. My friends, as I said in my opening remarks, these are very difficult times and challenges for America. And they were graphically demonstrated again today. America needs a new direction. We cannot be satisfied with what we've been doing for the last 8 years. I have a record of reform and taking on my party, the other party, the special interests, whether it be a HMO Patients' Bill of Rights or trying to clean up the campaign finance system in this country, or whether it be establishment of a 9/11 commission. I have a long record of it, and I've been a careful steward of your tax dollars. We have to make health care affordable and available. We have to make a quality education there for all of our citizens, not just a privileged few. We have to stop the spending. We have to stop the spending, which has mortgaged your children's futures. All of these things and all the promises and commitments that Senator Obama and I made to you tonight will be based on whether you can trust us or not, to be careful stewards of your tax dollar, to make sure America is safe and secure and prosperous, to make sure we reform the institutions of government. That's why I've asked you to not only to examine my record, but my proposals for the future of this country. I've spent my entire life in the service of this nation and putting my country first. There's a long line of McCains that has served our country for a long time in war and in peace. It's been the great honor of my life, and I've been proud to serve. And I hope you'll give me an opportunity to serve again. I'd be honored and humbled.
Senator.
Well, I want to thank Senator McCain and Bob for moderating. I think we all know America's going through tough times right now. The policies of the last 8 years and Washington's unwillingness to tackle the tough problems for decades has left us in the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. And that's why the biggest risk we could take right now is to adopt the same failed policies and the same failed politics that we've seen over the last 8 years and somehow expect a different result. We need fundamental change in this country, and that's what I'd like to bring. You know, over the last 20 months, you've invited me into your homes, you've shared your stories with me, and you've confirmed once again the fundamental decency and generosity of the American people. And that's why I'm sure that our brighter days are still ahead. But we're going to have to invest in the American people again, in tax cuts for the middle class, in health care for all Americans, and college for every young person who wants to go, in businesses that can create the new energy economy of the future, in policies that will lift wages and will grow our middle class. These are the policies I've fought for my entire career. And these are the policies I want to bring to the White House. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. It's going to be requiring all of us, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, to come together and to renew a spirit of sacrifice and service and responsibility. I'm absolutely convinced we can do it. I would ask for your vote, and I promise you that if you give me the extraordinary honor of serving as your president, I will work every single day tirelessly on your behalf and on the behalf of the future of our children. Thank you very much.
Senator Obama, Senator McCain, thank you very much. This concludes the final debate. I'm Bob Schieffer of CBS News, and I will leave you tonight with what my mother always said. Go vote now. It'll make you feel big and strong. Good night, everyone.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're shaking hands after this 90-minute debate, almost exactly 90 minutes. Bob Schieffer moderating, pressing both of these presidential candidates for answers. We're going to spend the next 90 minutes reviewing what was said, making sure we get to the facts. So we're doing some serious fact checks on all the key issues, Anderson Cooper, that went forward, the wives coming forward. Let's watch a little bit of this as we get ready for the next 90 minutes.
This debate taking place at Hofstra University in Hempstead, New York. At times, blistering debate between the two, both men sitting side by side, facing each other at times. Interesting to see the split screen, seeing the reaction of both men, listening to the other speak. This is a post-debate edition of 360. Welcome.
And as we watch this reaction that's going forward, Anderson, at Hofstra University, I just want to alert viewers to a few things that we're going to be going through over the course of the next 90 minutes. We're standing by right now. Our pollsters are asking the American people who they thought did a better job, and we're going to bring you those numbers fairly soon. Also, Anderson, we're going to go to Columbus, Ohio. Soledad has been meeting with that focus group. You saw those lines at the bottom of the screen, what they liked, what they didn't like. We'll go there. We're also going to be speaking with Hillary Clinton. She's going to be joining us live. She knows something about these debates. She participated in several of them. And Rick Davis, the campaign manager for the McCain campaign, he'll be joining us. And most interestingly, I think, we're finally going to hear that exchange between Barack Obama and Joe the Plumber.
Joe the Plumber, who was talked about more than probably any plumber ever in presidential debates. We're also going to have John King at the Magic Map showing us where this race now stands and how it may or may not have changed after this debate. But let's check in with our panelists. Let's find out some immediate perceptions. Let's start on the partisan side. Bill Bennett, your thoughts?
Partisan side, right. Well, remember last time I said I didn't think McCain broke through. I think he did this time. I think he had a very strong debate. Not since Nixon have we heard so much about plumbers, by the way, but Joe Sixpack has been replaced by Joe the Plumber. First of all, it was the best debate. Is there any question about that? Bob Schieffer did more in 30 minutes to generate questions and answers than we saw in 3 hours the others. Here's what I saw of John McCain. He was aggressive and he was strong. He was on offense. I thought Obama was flat, professorial, didn't rise to the occasion. I know people might say rise to debate, but occasionally you have to show, a little reaction. McCain was just hammering him, and I think he scored a lot of points. Most interesting thing to me about it, thematically, was you saw a real contrast between a conservative and a liberal. You saw a consistent conservative refrain to what McCain was saying. He's going to spend, add programs, and a liberal refrain mantra from Barack Obama. He will pick up points.
On the Democratic side, Paul Begala?
Yeah, the problem is it's not conservatives who are the swing voters in this election. It's independents. By picking Sarah Palin, Senator McCain consolidated his conservative base, had a very successful convention. He needs to stop worrying about these conservatives. He should have been talking right to the people in the middle class. I will say Bill's right. The first 30 minutes, McCain won. This is his best performance. But as it dragged on, as it went on, I think Obama did get his feet under him much better. And the reaction shots were killing McCain. This is how Al Gore, quote, lost the debate with Bush. Most people thought he had the better of the arguments, but the reaction shots, he looked like, Grumpy McNasty up there again.
It'll be interesting to see. Not all the networks carried both split screens all the time. I think we carried it the most, and it'll be interesting to see the difference between those who watched the split screen and those who didn't. David Gergen, your thoughts?
I thought there were points I agree with both Bill and Paul, and that is, I thought that McCain had the best start that he's had in any debate. The first 30 minutes I thought he excelled. I thought he played very well to his base. Obama started, I thought, flat, except for his first answer. I thought he was flat. It then hit the personal animosity of the advertising, and then I thought McCain swerved off track, and he just
went in small, and Obama trying to go for big.
He got over emotional about it. He looked angry, and it was almost like an exercise in anger management up there for him to contain himself. And Obama maintained his cool, and I thought that changed the tone of the debate. And then Obama won the last half hour. I thought Obama really did well in education and abortion and health care.
I would be curious to hear what our partisans think too, because when I watched those attacks, and Bill Bennett, you said you thought that was important for him to go on the attack like that, but the tone was striking to me, the difference in tone, and I was curious. I mean, look, they've been they've launched that attack for the last 2 weeks, and if you look at the polls, clearly the way they're trending, it hasn't worked for McCain. So I was sort of surprised, because we debated beforehand whether or not he would take this move tonight to do that, even though you had encouraged him to, and I was surprised he did.